What up? What up? It's your boy Herm here. Happy new comic book day, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday. Like always, like Christmas morning, Christmas Day. Every Wednesday. Best day of the week. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing fine. Um, kind of a little bit of a rough one for me, but the best part about this day is I get to share it with you guys. We get to talk some comic books. We get to talk, and you know how it is. You just get to talk a lot. You know what I mean? Because today is Whiplash Wednesday. We're in the middle of Whiplash Wednesday. Of course, we're the bridge to the Tomorrow Show. You know what I'm saying? Coming up soon and all that. After us, they're gonna have a fantastic show. Chamorro Cinema up over there. They're gonna talk 90s comics for what I remember or something like that. But Whiplash ways to continue. Earlier we had my man Phable, the Blame Phable show. Flash by Night was up in there, showed this little haul, awesome haul. It was a lot of fun. I was able to uh, come in for TM Nerdy. He was having some technical difficulties, but we were able to get a show up in there. You know what, my man Fargate was up in there too. You know what I mean? Nick Comic Culture, he was up in there. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he has his own shows. You know what I mean? He has two videos with Flash Wednesday. The first one was mostly not officially part of the lineup, but it ends up like a little appetizer for the day because he shows what's coming up for the day for people from his comic book shop, which is amazing show. Yeah, always some great collectibles. Um, Sunday he went off the Flame Fable show, a special Flame Fable show on Sunday. Showed the store, showed some WWE action figures, which I loved. I want them all. Nick, just tell them to send it all to me. We were about paying them later. Nah, but those were amazing and all that. But of course, after that, you had the Blame Fable show, and then of course, after the Blame Fable show, we had ourselves an awesome chatting with the community to sit down. The TM Nerdies had in episode 15, John Thomas up in here, the AI. He proved he's not an AI, or was that a Android? See what happened there? See what I did? So right there, awesome sit down. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't, watch it on the rewind. The links, of course, always in the box down below. Check that out. So after plugging all that, of course, earlier you saw my man Greco. He has his new podcast. He is now on iTunes. So yeah, I'm so proud of him and all that. He has iTunes now, you know what I'm saying, my man. Part of the False Finish production. He's coming off of that show, do his own show. The first show he did was with his buddy Jimmy, and they talked about The Crow, the movie. So that's the first episode. Second episode probably coming next week. Check that out. It's a good little listen and all that. Watch the movie before you listen to it. Fun show. Love listening. I'm a podcast guy. Love it. So check that out. Of course, we got a bunch of things happening here with Sam. So I'm gonna bring the co-host, the other star of the show. Bring him in, my man Sam. Sam Tangle Web. What is
Well,
going on,
well,
Mr. Mayor Sam Fisk?
now. Did you just say the star of the show?
The star of
Wait
the
a minute.
show.
I don't know about that, but I mean, I am I am
No,
merely
you
one
know
half. I am merely one half of the YouTube team up. So
the YouTube Tina's the tag team champions of the web. No. That's
that's
another show.
right. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Oh boy, I can't wait. That's a show that's happening. And while we talking about wrestling, I might as well talk about a little show that's coming
Oh
up
yeah.
Friday
Let's
the
do
13th that you're gonna be into. You know what I mean?
it.
You're joining
Yeah.
us that day, live on YouTube. Everything Wrestling Talk with our guy,
Yeah.
the special guest. Brother Joe,
Nice.
Brother Joe. 6 p.m. Eastern, Friday the 13th.
Nice.
I can't wait for that show. That's gonna be a lot of fun. We're talking wrestling, guys. We might talk a little bit of comics, things that have to do with wrestling, comics, and all that. But this
Yeah.
one is a straight up wrestling show. Me, Sam, and the star of the show, Brother Joe. You know what I'm saying? We might have a little AI. I mean, John Thomas might appear. Who knows? Who knows? He's a wrestling fan. If he can make it, you're invited, my man, John Thomas. Anybody who's a wrestling fan. We may have
Right.
people coming in and out. Who knows? But it's about Brother Joe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're gonna chime in, of course. But anybody else, Fables loves wrestling too. He might join us for a little bit. Who knows? Who knows? You know what I mean? But I had to talk about that. That's a fun show that's coming up soon. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So after a month and a half
Pretty.
of planning, I freaking can't wait for that. And of course, the day after, which I haven't been promoting lately, but I'm gonna promote it now. The day after is Free Comic Book Day, which amazing, amazing. I'm gonna have a
Yeah.
full week that week, Free Comic Book Day, and then that night I get to go on the Dylan Horror Show with my man Dylan,
Oh wow.
Robbie, his co-host Robbie up in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there August 14th. We're gonna talk Jeepers Creepers, the 3 movies, and all
Wow.
that. Can't wait. Yeah, man. It's gonna be a lot
Wow.
of fun, man. I can't wait to do that. It's coming up. You know what I mean?
I
I'm
didn't.
a
I
busy
didn't
man.
know. I didn't know they made a third one. But okay.
Yeah, yeah, me neither. Until I looked it up, I'm like, oh snap, I gotta watch that one.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit of watching to do. You know what I mean? I got a lot of watching to do, but can't wait to. That's gonna be an insane weekend because
Nice.
you know, for comic book day, a wrestling
Yeah.
show and all that. That week's gonna be busy. We're gonna have a show on
Yeah.
Whiplash Wednesday for that too. You know what I'm saying? So might as well talk about next week's show. You want to talk about next week's show? You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Might
Yeah.
as well. Might as well.
Next
Might as
next week's
well.
show, we're gonna
Next
be
week's show.
we
Sam
talking.
Anatoli.
Yeah.
My
I
man Sam
I
Anatoli.
don't know about all that, but Nick Spencer run continues. We're gonna be talking about that doggone chameleon conspiracy.
The
Yeah.
Chameleon Conspiracy. Yeah, it's about 5 issues. You know what I mean? It's 4 Amazing Spider-Man and that one giant size everybody complains about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
uh, it's gonna be pretty interesting because I've enjoyed some of the arcs. I don't know if I enjoyed this arc too much. Like there was like some issues I liked, some issues I didn't. So I can't wait to go over with that. Did you enjoy this arc that's coming up that we're talking about with Nick Spencer?
What, the chameleon one?
Yeah, yeah. Did you enjoy it? Do you think it was alright?
Eh, 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 eh.
Eh. Well, we gotta say it's great so people could watch us. You know what I mean? They'll be like, oh, they didn't like it. I'm not watching it. You know
Come
what I
on,
mean?
people, come on, join us, dudes. Yeah.
We'll let you know what we thought about it. I mean, there's some good stuff
Yeah.
in it because this is the event right before the Sinister War, which I'm
Which,
enjoying so far.
yeah, I'm
So
enjoying it. Yeah.
yeah, so we coming close to the end of the Nick Spencer run. Can you believe
Yeah.
we get this far already? We're like a few episodes away from the final 74th issue.
There you go.
You know what I'm
I
saying? So
can't,
yeah,
I can't wait. I'm getting excited. Yeah.
I can't wait, man. I enjoy doing those shows with you. And this time we're only doing 5 issues. We don't have to do a
Yeah.
bunch right now, so we can focus on those 5 issues. You know what I mean? I'll probably have a haul to show you next time. This time I don't have one, but it's all good because I'm also gonna talk about another future show we're doing. August 25th. You know what I mean? This
Okay.
one we need help from the peoples. The peoples
Oh, no.
in there, we need some help because we got a little bit of a conflict. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit of a
Who do
conflict.
you guys choose? Because we're doing, everybody know we're doing Civil War, the Civil
Yes.
War event, and all
Yes.
that.
Yes.
But we need people to tell us which ones they want. Are we with Sam Starks? You know what I'm saying? Which side will you choose? The
Oh,
Sam
man.
Stark side?
All
The
right.
Sam Stark side? You know what I mean? Or the Sam Rogers side. Which side
Yay!
will
Oh,
you choose? I'm gonna have a lot of
I,
fun with
I
this
know
one.
which one I'm choosing, but
I wanna, whichever one wins, I wanna
yeah.
put that as a thumbnail for that show. So
Okay.
guys, let us
Yeah.
know what I'm gonna do is comment on this particular show right here. Not on the side right now with everybody in the chats. I love you guys, but if you guys could go over, I think you could do it now and just comment on there and just put like hashtag team team Sam Starks or hashtag team Sam Rogers. Which one are
Yeah, there
you
you
guys
go.
going for? You know what I'm saying? Who? What thumbnail will we use for the Civil War?
This is how we interact with the people of YouTube.
We the people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, that's a wrestling term too. I guess
That's a
we're not
wrestling.
talking
Yeah.
wrestling now. That's something else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah. So guys, I thought this was a pretty good idea. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of fun to say which ones you guys would choose. Of course we had like 12 minutes
Yeah.
of just plugging, but you know I love. There's a lot going on now. We have a lot of things planned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll talk about the giveaways a little bit later. We have giveaways to talk about too, for my man Sam, for myself. You know what I mean? And yeah, we'll talk more about that later. So we're gonna go to the chats right now because we've been talking forever and then not even acknowledging the chats. How do you
Come
not
on.
acknowledge the chats?
Yeah.
Come on,
We have
Herm.
to
Come on,
acknowledge you.
come on,
Just
big Herm.
acknowledge me. Yes.
First up, my man Station to TM. Great show earlier with this man right here, Mr. AI, Mr. John Thomas up in there. Great show. Did you get to watch some of that, Sam? I think I
I
saw
caught
you
a
in
little bit.
there.
I was like, wait, what is going on? This can't be John Tom.
You got to knock on your device. Like, is that really him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was
This
like, what?
can't be real. Is
Where's
this an
the
android?
where's the beard? Where's the
Where's the beard, man?
yeah.
Of course, I don't know. Some guy named Sam Sango Webb is also in the comments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That guy. Prime time, Tom Geek Chat. What's up, Prime Time? You know what I'm saying? Prime
Man.
time, Prime time, Prime time. Maria Reyes. Hi, hun.
Hey there.
Hello. Bobby De La Ghetto, Hardcore Station. Oh, my man, the mayor of comics, the mayor. No Good Comics, Justin. Welcome. How are you doing, my man? Thanks for checking us out. We appreciate you. And of course, Brother Joe. Brother Joe.
What?
He said, have fun now because soon you'll
Hey,
be axed and smashed. Brother Joe, I'm coming for you, Brother Joe. I'm coming for you. I see that lust in your eyes. You're mine. August 13th, Brother Joe. I'm here pointing at you, but it's really Brother Joe's in the chat. But,
you're not gonna see us coming. Yeah.
you're not going to see it. Yes, hashtag Sam21K. We will talk about that later. Later, little giveaway. Stay tuned for that. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
it's getting crazy. Yeah.
My man Nick, Comic Culture. Great shows, like always. I'll comment on them when I get a chance. I've been slacking on the comments, but I do watch them. But when I don't comment the first time, you end up getting a second watch from me because I have to watch it again and comment again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and I do like watching the whole thing. So my YouTube buddies can get the whole credit for the views. You know what I mean? Free Key Station, my man. Thanks for joining us.
What's up?
Free Keys. What else? Who else is up in here? I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, I think we got them all for now. Thanks for joining us, guys. I totally appreciate it. I know we're 16 minutes in, but I like talking to you guys. I like having people come in, the chats, say hello, plug in the plugs. You know what I'm saying, Sam? Like have a little conversation with my man Sam. My man
Yeah, yeah.
Phable Station, my man Phable, Bad Batch member. Great show earlier. You know what I'm saying? Some guy named Big Herm went on that show with you. You know, I don't know, some guy. So, how was your day, Sam? How was your day?
You know what? I rolled down to get my comics. No Bueller. I got my
Wah,
book.
wah, wah.
You know, I missed two books, but that's okay. I'll get them later on down the road. Then I went to the mall for some lunch, Panda Express. So I had some Panda Express. Then I
Why
did a
not?
lap. Then I did a lap around the mall and came home. So here we are.
Nice, nice, nice. No nature walk, no nature walk. Maybe tomorrow, maybe something
Tomorrow
like that.
it'll be cool. It'll be cooler tomorrow. So
It'd be cool.
finally, yeah. Nature walk
Front,
tomorrow. So,
Tom says tag team, tag team champions of the world. So yeah, that's pretty good. Like I said, I had like all the whole work thing overnight and all that. I get up, take a nap. Uh, went to the Blame Fable show. You know what I'm saying? Had a
yeah.
ball there. Always had fun on that show. You know what I mean? I wasn't able to get my books today. I probably won't be able to get them tomorrow. I'll get them maybe Friday. So
No,
maybe I have a
no.
haul video on Friday. Yeah,
We gotta get
yeah.
Herminio his books, man. Come
Gotta
on.
get my books right. It happens, man. It happens. That's why I'm a little bit like. But once I got on here with you, I feel so much better. You know what I mean? Because I love doing
Hey,
shows with my man
hey, we
Sam.
need to pump. We need to pump that Herminio energy up. We need to. We
Yes,
need to.
yes, yes,
Yes,
yes,
yes,
yes, yes, yes.
yes.
Us wrestling fans, we can't help it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, man. So we're here. How do you remember what we're here for? What are we here for? What was it? What? What?
You know.
Huh?
Do, do you,
Oh,
do you
there's a reason. There's like a background there. What's the background? You see, like Venom. You see,
see that
hmm,
background?
Rhino, Shocker. Uh, uh,
Yeah.
oh, the villains, the Spider-Man villains. Oh, duh. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we're
Oh
here.
boy,
We are
yeah.
here to do part two of
Part two,
Spidey villains. There you go.
Spidey villains. Yeah, man, I enjoyed it the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, we enjoyed it so much that we end up taking the whole show on just a few villains. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah.
We, you know, we stopped. We stopped at the Green Goblin,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
we're gonna continue on. But I heard I don't have. I was gonna put my own little top five, top something. Usually I write those before the show, but of course I had some technical difficulties,
Oh
and I was
no.
running. That's why the show started 15 minutes later. It's just like, oh, come
Hey,
on.
it's a good thing you have me on the show then. It's a
Yeah,
good
man.
thing.
I don't know what I'd do without you, man. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
well, you might be putting a little bit too much on me with that. But that's okay because you are because I'm here for you. I am here for you
Like, I
as a good
appreciate that,
as a
man.
very good friend. And
That's why buddies are. That's what buddies are for, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely,
chipper up,
definitely.
hyped up, get hyped. You know what I mean?
That's what it's all about. Yeah.
That's what it's all about. What you can do, right?
Yeah.
Get Herm's book and to 500. Thanks, thanks. I appreciate you. Yeah. So we stopped with the Green Goblin. That guy. You know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
goodness. Oh.
You remember the animated series? He kind of sounded like the Here's the Green Goblin. Yeah, Spider Man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I sounded like a witch, like the witch, Wicked Witch of the West.
A little, well, yeah, but
A little
a
bit.
male witch, so it's
A male
yeah.
witch, a warlock. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So we discussed a little bit of the Green Goblin. The next villain, which came out the Amazing Spider-Man 15, is. Do you remember
okay.
ASM 15?
ASM
Remember
15.
that? Then? Remember that
Yeah,
villain?
we know, right?
He's a certain he's a certain a predator. You know, he likes to, you know,
He likes
get
to
his
hunt.
prey.
He likes
He
to
likes
hunt.
to hunt. You know what I'm saying? Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. I don't know why it has to sound like that,
Well,
but you
yeah.
know,
Uh, Craven the Hunter.
Craven the Hunter,
That's
a very popular villain for the Spider-Man. You know what I mean? I remember mostly him through the cartoons and what I grew up with. When I
yeah.
was a kid, um, he already had that Craven the Last Hunt. The whole thing already happened. I didn't have those issues, so
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know too much of what happened to him. I don't even know if he came back to life after that, around that time in the 90s. Did he? When did he come back? Or was it all the way to Grim Hunt when he came back to life? When they
Who
brought him
Craven?
back or something? Yeah.
Uh, they had a little storyline called Grim Hunt, and they brought him back or something like that, and then he was just around or something, and then I think I think he went. I think at one point he went after Venom. At one point, over in the Venom book, I guess. I think Mark Bagley might have done some of that. But yeah, he's around, even though he's like he. It doesn't seem like he wants. He knows that he should be dead, but he's still around.
Still around.
Yeah.
Well, we went. I kind of went a little ahead of it, but I wanted to talk about that real quick. It don't matter
Okay.
how when we can go, but
Yeah.
David the
Yeah.
Hunter, issue 15. He is
Yeah.
this big game hunter. You know what I
Yes.
mean? That ends up coming to New York. You know, in that issue, the very
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
issue,
Yeah.
and Joe James JJ,
It's
Joe Jonah Jameson,
he's very impressed. He's very
very
impressed.
impressed. Wants to hire him to hunt Spider-Man. I don't think he really wanted to kill Spider-Man, but he just wanted him to get him. You know what I mean? But
I want to get
Craven's
him
not
and
a just get him.
unmask him. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But Craven wants to kill him. You know what I mean? Because he's a hunter. You know what I mean?
True.
Makes sense,
True.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they show him wrestling tigers and lions and stuff like that. He's like, I'm
Yeah.
ready to get these Spider-Man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
He's like taking down gorillas and stuff, and yeah.
Taking down gorillas, they're not worth. Like he was it that time? Did they even explain? I don't think they explained that time how he got strong, like any kind of serum or anything like that,
I
right? It was
They
that I
might have said
remember. I don't remember.
he has like little herbs and like little potions that he can take off his these little things on his belt or whatever and sip on or whatever. Yeah.
And was it that issue where he had the? No, that's a little bit later. We had the nipple, the nipple lasers.
Yeah, that's a little later.
I was just, oh my God, what is that? You know what
Okay, yeah, whatever. No, no, but he he's he knows how to like uh punch certain points of the body. I remember that in Spider-Man, he
yeah.
like did like a
Well,
nerve
he's got
punch
a
and
particular,
stuff like
particular um tactics for hunting. You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Yes,
He's
yeah.
very smart,
And
very
he'll shoot darts at you that'll slow you down. Yeah,
it's the dark side too, all the laser nipples. You know?
yeah.
I can't get over the laser nipples. Oh
Okay.
shit!
What is going?
What is going on? Right?
Oh,
Yeah. So
the show's off the rails already.
it's off the
There you
rails already. Well, I don't want to get too long with Craven the Hunter. I just wanted to give him a lot of props because he's one of the big villains on
go.
here. Maybe in the future we talk a little
We're
more
gonna give
about him.
we're gonna give Craven a shout out. Oh yeah.
Craven, a shout out! Oh hell yeah! You know
Oh
what
yeah. Come on.
I
Come on
mean? Come on now. So yeah, Craven the Last Hunt, which is probably one of the best storylines, the 6-issue storyline. A lot of people saying is the best storyline for Spider-Man. Is it one of your favorites? Is it the
It
best? Do
definitely
you
is.
think? What do you
Yes,
think?
it definitely is. I'd have to say top five. Yeah.
I'm hoping like since we do our shows and all that, we think of different things. I'm hoping to one day go through because I'm rereading through the Spider-Man stuff. So I'm hoping to go and
We could.
reread that and we have a show on that
Yeah, we could do
series. How
that.
about that?
Because I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a.
eh?
Yeah. Yeah. You think it?
Eh?
Because I have a trade of that story. So.
Perry. Miguel Pooh,
Here.
Stacy, my man.
Hey.
And Tom, we already passed the nipple ring. The nipple
No.
ring.
No.
The
No. No.
lasers.
Come on.
We already Bueller's cat.
Go away. Go away. Okay.
Go away. Go away. Go away.
Go
So
away.
yeah, yeah, we're gonna cover that and maybe we talk maybe a little more about his history through
Yeah.
that. That should be a lot of fun. We'll go through those issues.
Oh,
I don't know if we're gonna go through panel to panel, but we'll try to like we'll do our thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah.
So next up, anything else you want to add for the Craven, or you good for now?
No. No.
All right,
He's definitely a top dude for
he's a
Spider
top
Man.
dude. Yeah, I enjoy him. I'm not down with him having a solo movie. You know, that's he needs
Yeah.
Spider-Man. So that's
I don't. Yeah. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't. We'll see.
Sony. They're going crazy, but that's for another day. We'll talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
that
That's
another
another
day.
thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Because next up, we're talking ASM number 20, which is
Uh,
the first appearance. You know this of a
yeah. Yeah.
certain another hire from JJ. You know what I'm saying?
Actually
You know?
created specifically to go against Spider Man, and Jameson backed it up with his money and stuff.
Yeah. To destroy Spider-Man. Go get him. You know what I
And
mean?
look, and look at that.
Oh, he's on the list. You got a list there?
Scorpion is
Wait, hold
number
on.
one on my list. Scorpion is number one on that.
Oh, you're not supposed to show that yet. That's for later, man. That's for later.
Oh, come on.
Come on, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna
What are
do?
we doing? Okay.
All right. So, Matt Gargan, Scorpion.
Yes.
One, a lot of people. There's some people that don't like him, but a lot of Spider-Man fans do. He's one of the big villains, Sinister
I
Six,
think
if
so.
I believe. You know,
Yeah.
Sinister Six member. He also had a Venom symbiote and all that. That issue 20, of course. He was hired. He was I guess he was a wimp, right? A little wimp, and they give him a
He's
serum or
like a
something like
little
that.
little skinny dude, and they're like here we're gonna give you this, and we're gonna expose you to these things. You know how Marvel likes to create these people, and Jameson's like, now go after Spider Man. So,
Go get
yeah,
Spider-Man.
go
Go
get
get and
Spider.
Parker. Go take pictures, Parker. No, go to get that Spider-Man. That menace.
Yeah,
Who doesn't love JJ, man? He's the best, bro. He's just the
yeah,
best
really.
character, man. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So yeah,
yeah,
another Stan Lee, Steve Ditko creation, Scorpion. You know, classic. I mean, um,
he's right.
nothing too crazy. You know, simple. Sometimes simple is good. Scorpion and all that. You have a favorite storyline with him and or anything like that?
It's hard to narrow it down. I mean, because I remember being a kid, and like one of the first Scorpion stories I think I saw was from Spectacular Spider-Man 21 or something like that. So he was kind of going through the ringer. He was having a hard time. He's like, I want to get this outfit off. He was stuck as the
Yeah, because
Scorpion.
at first he wanted to be that, and then like he realized he can't go back to what he used to be, and
Yeah,
it drives him mad, and he
yeah,
goes not he starts hating Jonah and goes after him, and now
yeah,
Spider-Man has to save
yeah.
his butt from the Scorpion and all that. So I mean, it's not cool. He didn't like the mutation, you know, the transportation to that.
But,
So uh,
but
uh, another,
he's pretty awesome though. He can go against Spider-Man pretty good, I think.
well, it makes sense. A scorpion can kill a spider or something like that.
Yeah.
Regular scorpion. So you got watch that poison, that little like uh acid
Yeah.
mist
He's
that
had
he
it.
throws. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
You got
lucky he had the spider senses. You know what I mean?
you got to
Without that,
watch out for
ooh-wee,
that tail. You'll get hit.
you get hit, man. You know what I'm saying? So
And he can climb the walls like Spider-Man.
you can climb the walls and all that. Very Spider-Man. Pretty much the reason why he defeats him, he outsmarts him. Because fortunately for Spider-Man, he's not the smartest guy. So not a very
Yeah.
smart guy. So unlike Doctor Octopus, like he's not very smart. So I dig it. I don't know if I have a favorite story of him. My favorite with him is him in the cartoon. Spider-Man the animated series.
All right.
I don't know if that's my first introduction to the character. I might have seen him in a few comics here and there. I don't. He part of the Revenge of the Sinister Six when that came back. I don't even remember.
I
But
don't know about that. Yeah.
another series that I want to cover with you. You know what I mean? The Revenge of the Sinister Six.
Which
You
one?
know what I mean? Revenge of the Sinister
Oh,
Six when it comes back.
from the Spider-Man Marvel Knights.
No,
Or-
the original one, the one from the '90s where am I
Oh,
saying it right?
is it Eric Larson? Yeah.
Yeah, the Amazing Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man, Spectacular. I think all those issues.
Uh,
Oh, a little
eh,
like
okay.
6-part series, I think it was.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
My brain's like, bleh, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just ideas stuff we could cover on the show. You know what I mean?
Throwing ideas out there. Yeah.
Yeah. You know why not?
I
So yeah,
would do it. Okay.
yeah. So so yeah, that's the Scorpion.
It's Scorpion. Yeah. Yeah.
Did I ask you already what's your favorite story of the Scorpion?
Uh, I don't know. I got to go with the first time he shows up. And fights Spider-Man. Although the one where I think he breaks out of prison or something, and J. Jonah Jameson he's getting ready to get married, and the Scorpion goes after Jameson, and I think he wants to kidnap Jameson's fiance, and there's a huge battle, and yeah, crazy.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
So that's a good story. So
yeah.
great villain, great Spider-Man villain. He has plenty of awesome villains. You know what I mean? So we're gonna move on to the next villain. You know what I mean? We go from a Steve Ditko villain to a John Romita Sr. villain on
Okay.
Amazing Spider-Man number 41. I think you have that one, don't you? ASM 41 or no? Or was it
I have
Bueller? I think Bueller has that
42,
one.
42.
42. So
Yeah,
41, the
41 though.
famous. And who's up
Yeah,
in there, number 41? The big
you got a
horn
big
guy?
horn. He starts charging you. You better get out of the way.
He's like, Spider-Man, I'm going
Yeah.
to get you.
Well, yeah.
Everybody
That's,
always makes fun of me, but I'm going to get you, Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
he's the Rhino.
He's the Rhino. Yes, the Rhino. What can I say? He's a big guy.
Big
Always
guy.
going after Spider-Man, and Spider-Man just outsmarts him all the time. You know, he can destroy everything in sight. He likes robbing banks and all that. He's got a whole
Yeah.
storyline himself. You know what I mean? What do you think of the Rhino? Like, did you like him as a villain?
I love him. Yeah, I like him a lot. He's he has a harder time against like the Hulk, of course, But I like it when he goes against Spider-Man a lot. So it's a good it's always a good time when the Rhino charges Spider-Man, and Spider-Man has to like get out of the way, right?
Yeah, he has to get out of the way. There's a certain time in the comics where he tries to be good. You know what I mean? and him
yeah,
and Spider, he tries to be friend with Peter, well, not Peter Parker, but Spider-Man just a little bit, but he can't help himself. He's a villain, you know what I mean? Goes back into the crimes and stuff like
but
that.
but there
But
there's been a couple of times there where Spider-Man just whooped the Rhino's butt. Man, he just totally whooped his butt.
poor guy, poor Rhino.
Because
He's just
because
trying to make a little money, you know?
you're gonna try and threaten Peter Parker's world. Spider-Man is gonna get involved. Yeah.
And I think he's another original member of the Sinister Six. Oh, that was after. No, he's not an original. Did he ever join them for the Sinister Six, or
Hey,
I don't even remember.
he was a member of the Sinister Syndicate. So
Oh, that's right, Sinister Syndicate. Because
yeah,
yeah, what I remember, the Sinister Six, they didn't revisit it all the way up to the late '80s, early '90s, and that's the series I was
true,
talking about, right? To the Sinister Six,
true.
which is one of my favorite two series.
Yeah,
But driving me to senior goodness right there with Stanley. Pretty cool. I'm hoping they bring him, they do him justice and bring him in the movies, because what they did in Amazing Spider-Man with that big robotic thing, that wasn't a Rhino. You know what I mean? What was that?
that was that was just some dude in a suit.
Them dude in a freaking mechanical suit, you know, in a
Can't,
Gundam suit or something.
come
What
on.
are you gonna do, right?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, so keep on keeping on. This next villain, Amazing Spider-Man number 46. You know what I'm saying? Sam already knows. Sam knows his villains. You know what I'm saying?
I
Sam
know,
knows
I
his
know,
villains.
I know. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a criminal and all that. He built
So,
himself a battle suit that
yeah.
contains a vibro shock gauntlet.
Sometimes he can be a bit shocking. Let's just say.
Pun intended, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
he has a similar name in mind. He's Herman. Herman, what's his last name? Herman something.
Schultz.
Herman
I think it's like Schultz or something like that.
Schultz. There you go. Herman Schultz. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, the shocker. The shocker. Hey,
Uh,
shocking. You know
You're
what
shocking me. Shocking me. You're shocking me.
I had the
Yeah.
action figure from the cartoon show, so
Oh,
I
really?
was a fan. Yeah, I was a good fan of his. You know what I mean?
I
Still,
like the
you know.
shocker. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I love them in the cartoons.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's electricity. It's not. It's vibration
Yeah.
shocks.
I know
You
people
know what I
get
mean?
confused by it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not electro. We already covered that the last one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Last show. So yeah, the big shock thing. You have any story lines you like of his,
Yeah.
or you just a decent villain to you, or whatever?
I mean, he might go away for a while, but then he'll pop up, and then Spider
Pop
Man's
up.
like, "Oh, what is going on?" Oh,
You see him at the bar with no name sometimes in there.
true, true.
Spider-Man wants to look for him. They all end up there. You know.
Yeah.
So so Shocker, and he was also in the Homecoming movie, which it was one
Oh,
guy and it ended up being
yeah,
another
yeah,
guy,
yeah.
but the guy
Brief.
the second guy that ended up having him, the powers and all that. I liked him. I hope they bring him back as a Shocker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Be cool.
We'll see. We'll see. So
Yeah.
we're gonna move into one of my favorite all-time favorite villains. It's in my top list. I think I remember putting him in there. Um, I love this guy. He went over to Daredevil because pretty much they figured he'll be a better Daredevil villain, but he was a Spider-Man villain first. And the Amazing Spider-Man number 50. All comics I wish I had. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Marvel, do some facsimiles, man. I want a facsimile of
yeah.
this one.
Really.
ASM 50. You know what I'm saying?
Me and Herm are in on this. Come on, man.
Come on. Come on, man. Come on, Marvel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But who are we talking about? This crime lord of New York City?
We're talking about Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin.
Yeah. The Kingpin, man. I love the Kingpin, man. He's like, I always wrestle to see who's my favorite villain, and he's always there. He's always there. You have the Green Goblin, Doctor Octopus, and then like people forget the freaking Kingpin, man. You know,
Yeah, man.
uh, and then I love his portray uh in the Amazing Spider-Man the Spider-Man
The video
animated
game?
series,
Oh,
the
I thought
animated
you
series.
video. Okay. Yeah.
Um, which the name of the voice actor is a great voice actor. Rest in peace. I already forgot his name, but Rusky Brown, I think his name was. He was freaking amazing. Like when I hear Kingpin, I hear his voice. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
It's natural. It's a natural thing.
I am
Yeah.
the Kingpin of crime. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I would get Spider-Man whenever I got a chance. That's my best friend. My voice.
Man, that's pretty
So
good.
he. Thank you.
Yeah.
But this version that first came out in ASM 50 is a little different from today. A little bit. You
A
know what I
little bit.
mean? A little bit. I
Yeah.
mean, he does have his what do you call that? The
Cane,
stick with
the
the
cane
cane with the
with the
yeah
diamond thing on the. Yeah.
with that with
Yeah.
diamond in the end, and then like yeah
He
man,
used to,
and he
he used to he used to like press like a little button on it,
and
and
he
like
shoots
there'd be
stuff.
like a well no well yeah he had like a thing that he would shoot little
Oh yeah,
gas
that
out.
shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He had no nipple lasers. No nipple. That's
No,
somebody
whoa,
else.
whoa, whoa. We
Whoa
don't have
whoa
to go
whoa
there.
whoa whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
I
man,
love.
this guy, he's a real. Okay, you think that he's just a chunky. We'll say he's a chunky dude, and but there's muscle. He's got muscle in there. Okay, so he knows what he's doing. He knows how to fight when he has to. So yeah,
Yeah, and he's like, this ain't fat Spider-Man. This is
yeah.
all muscle. You know what I mean? And
Spider
then
Man, Spider Man in the early days, he was like, oh, he looks like a big chunky dude, but he that's all
he
muscle.
underestimates him and get his butt whooped
He,
by him a little bit in the beginning there,
underestimated.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, very don't underestimate the kingpin of crime. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And also before he took over his little empire, his empire,
yeah,
so little, it's a big empire. People try to question him, and he beat them up. You know what I mean? And they made
that's
them
true.
work for him.
That's true. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
so he became
big. He is a big time crime boss. Big time. So,
not only is he a crime boss, but he can fight. You know, he's like like
yeah,
a king. Like back in the
because
day, the kings that can fight. You know what I mean? That's the reason
oh,
why they're kings.
you know what, he got tired of messing with Spider Man, and he jumped over to Daredevil, and Daredevil was like, whoa, this guy is very powerful, whoa, and then he would kind of go back and forth a bit from Daredevil to Spider Man up there, so yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about the kingpin. He has a full
Oh yeah,
history and all
oh
that. He gives the Spider-Man a lot of grief and all that. Um,
yeah.
the whole thing when he takes people out and he throws the rose thing. Did that happen a little bit later on,
I
or was
think that
that
was later because
way
I know
later? Right?
he did that in the movie, the Daredevil movie, but I think that was later on in the comic or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, did he did that on Spider-Man, or did he did that on Daredevil? And then
He
went
did
over to
that.
Spider-Man and did it.
He did that in the Daredevil movie. Um, so,
But did he do it in the comics? I thought he did that in the comics.
I, I mean,
I don't remember that.
he might have done it once or twice in the comic, but wow.
Cause I know he had his son, who's the Rose. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
we'll talk about that another time. But
yeah, yeah.
we're talking about Kingpin now. But yeah, so big dude, awesome comic, trying to get Spider-Man all the time. You know what I mean? Also
He's
kidnapped Joe
he's
J,
pretty
Jane,
bad. He's a
JJ,
pretty bad dude. Yeah,
and yeah, a lot happens with him in there. So yeah, that I don't know if I have a favorite storyline for him. I just know that He's amazing and all that. Loved him in the Spectacular Spider-Man when he was in there in those issues. And
Yeah.
yeah. So you have a favorite storyline from the Kingpin?
Shoot. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just imprinted on me because I was such a youngster when I was like, I don't know, I was like 6, 7 years old or something like that. Kingpin, uh, he had until the stroke of midnight to take care of Spider-Man.
Oh
And
snap!
after midnight, his wife was gonna walk in the room and say, "Okay, you gotta stop being the Kingpin, and we're gonna leave." Well, so he tried to battle Spider-Man, and it went all the way to midnight, and he was about to do it, and then his wife's like, "Nope, you you gotta
See
leave."
ya.
Yeah, and so Spider-Man's like, "Ugh," he passed out. So,
Raise up,
yeah,
Vanessa. I love you.
and that was that was Amazing Spider-Man 197.
Wow, wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I haven't read that one in so long. But I do remember that he had him on the ropes. He had him on the ropes, and
Yep.
Vanessa stopped him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You are lucky,
It was
Spider Man."
it was a knockdown fight, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost had him in my.
And then, but
I'll get you
can,
next time, Spider
but can
Man.
I gotta add something to this real
Okay.
quick.
Go
Later
ahead.
on, it was like a couple months after Civil War. Uh, Spider-Man got really upset. Somebody tried to shoot. I think they tried to shoot Mary Jane, but they shot Aunt May. Spider-Man found out Kingpin had something to do with that. Well, he dons the black and white suit. He's going after the Kingpin. The Kingpin is in prison. Spider-Man breaks into prison, and he confronts Kingpin. He take he takes his mask off, and he's like, "Look, it's me. Come, let's fight." And so they fight, and Spider-Man just makes Kingpin look like a chump in that. So yeah,
Yeah, that's a whole situation over there with that.
yeah,
Right before, uh, what was it? One more day? Was that before one more day? Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of good history, Kingpin stories, and all that. One of my, like I said, one of my favorite villains. We probably cover some more him, some more storylines with him in the future, and all that. But
Yeah.
awesome, awesome. So, yeah, we'll go on to the next villain, and we don't get like a creation of a villain. Consider your creation to like maybe 50 issues later. You know what I'm saying? Um, John Romita's not in the book anymore, or Stanley. It's Roy Thomas and Gail Kane up in
Oh,
the book.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All
So we
right, all
got
right,
ourselves
all right.
ASM 101.
Yep.
Another issue I can't get is out of price. You know what I mean?
Hey, but facsimile. Come on,
Facsimile. Come on, we have a facsimile. We do.
there you
You know what I
go.
mean? There you go. So yeah,
You know,
formerly,
you know who it
you
is.
know, biochemist, was mutated into a vampire. Uh, you know what I'm saying? He's a vampire. What are you gonna say? Like he's a big scientist and all that. Of a tragic. Um, who are we talking about, Sam?
We're talking about Morbius.
Morbius, the living vampire.
Yeah,
Another classic book, a very expensive book to get.
yeah.
People spec on that for years
I'm,
now, and now it's
I'm
like
just,
ooh, out
I'm
of
just,
reach for me.
I'm glad they came out with the facsimile.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And all the keys, at least the keys that should come out with facsimiles of all of them, you know, because a
Yeah.
lot of us ain't gonna get a chance to get the
It
original
just,
one
it
anymore, you
just,
know.
I just, I wish I could kick Marvel in the butt and say, make more facsimiles. Come on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe they don't want to dish out the money for that good paper.
I
You know what I
guess.
mean?
Yeah,
Maybe with this new company that's coming, maybe they do it. You know what I mean? I
maybe.
mean, would you pay $4.99 for a facsimile of a classic story like that? I would. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah,
there you go. Comics are going $4.99 anyway, so
yeah, yeah.
why not? Whew, it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, Morbius. What can you say about Morbius, man? He's the first
Yeah.
creative villain for Spider-Man's 50 issues since the Kingpin. Um, uh, I know him from the cartoon. The cartoons kind of messed up his thing instead of him biting him. I guess because it was a
he,
kid, he did it with
he
his
had like a
hands.
thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat you with my hands.
I will
You know what I
reach
mean?
you. Yeah.
I would reach you. Yeah, I guess I guess it was too dark to have him bite people for kids, so I guess they did it that way. What are you gonna do, right? But
Well then, yeah. I'm like, why is Morbius in here? He's a
but
popular guy. Come on.
yeah, yeah. But his story, of course, he has a sickness and all
Yeah.
that, and he's trying. Was he sick or was his wife sick? Was his wife sick? I forgot
I
right now.
there was something to do with his wife. I forget what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
A big
Just
plague
a
and all
horrible.
that, and just um,
Right.
and then
You got
he's trying
crazy
to
with him. Yeah.
he end up like here in New York City. He ends up down Long Island where Spider-Man has to take a train to where he's hiding to go get him and stuff like that because there's no buildings where he can web sling, you know. So
Well, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Any stories you like from Morbius and all that? Did you like him as a villain?
Um, somewhat. I mean, I don't know. He was he's like a vampire, but kind of not totally a vampire. But I don't know. And there've been like stories with him trying to cure himself and stuff, and he had his own series back in the '90s. Remember that?
He did,
Come
yeah,
on,
he did. Yep,
that's
yep. I
that's
got a
good
few of
stuff.
those issues.
It was
Yeah,
good stuff. Early on, it was good. It was good, But
yeah.
yeah, so and he pop up here and there, and now he's having a movie. I don't know when the movie comes.
I still want to see it, see what it's about. No
Yeah,
Spider-Man. Yeah, but yeah, I'll see what it's about. He
yeah,
also had a series that came out. What was it? Last year or 2 years ago? It was like for 5 or 6 issues or
yeah.
something like that. And then he
It was only
stopped it.
like was it like 6 or 7 issues or something like that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And then he stopped. I think it was before the pandemic or something like that. I don't remember exactly when. I enjoyed those issues though, as they were
yeah,
coming out. I thought they were pretty good. Good
yeah,
art on them. So
yeah,
Morbius, man, awesome.
yeah,
And then I enjoy Michael Morbius. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So yeah. So keep on keeping on with the
yeah.
next villain. And the next villain we'll get him 28 issues later. Jerry Conway, Russ Andrews up in here. You know, with this 1974. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Oh boy, here we go. A lot of controversies with this guy. You know what I mean? Uh,
right.
a brilliant
Oh,
professor with the knowledge of cloning. You know what I'm saying?
oh, that guy. Oh, the other
Uh,
guy. Okay. I thought we were
yeah.
talking about the dude with the thing, the skull on his chest. But okay,
Oh no,
yeah,
no. But
okay.
well, technically, I don't think when you look, he's a vigilante, so technically he's not really a villain. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He more, so he's
I don't
not
want to.
really on a villain's
I know. I
list. You know
know.
what
I
I'm
know.
saying? I
I
mean, we
know.
could talk about the Punisher if you want, but
No, no.
he's more like an anti-hero, you know?
No. Let's talk about the jackal.
Miles Warren, that creep, you know what I'm saying? Who was once the professor of Gwen
Oh my
Stacy.
goodness.
You know what I mean? And what
The
can you
guy,
say about this guy?
the guy likes to clone people. Let's just say
He's got
he
superhuman strength, speed, agility, and then he just likes to clone people at the same
he
time.
he likes to he likes to mess up Peter Parker's life. Let's just say, and he cloned Gwen Stacy, and he cloned, of course, Peter Parker many times. So, yeah,
Many times,
yeah,
station. Yeah. So uh yeah, there's all this clone. The original Clone Saga came out of here. You know what I mean? The Jackal who accused Spider-Man for killing Gwen Stacy, who he secretly loved, one of his
uh,
students. You know, very very creepy guy. You know what I mean?
pretty creepy.
With
Yeah.
and the Jackal, which ends up in the '90s Clone Saga that a lot of people don't like to talk about.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
As a kid, I enjoyed the Clone Saga, but I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't read it since then, but
Yeah.
so I always got a special place in my heart for the Clone Saga, even though like it wasn't the greatest, you know,
I
considered
I like
series.
I I like the start of it. I did like the start
Yeah,
where
it was very
with
exciting, but they dragged it along for 2 years. I think that's the
Spider-Man
problem, right?
meeting Spider-Man meeting, Ben Riley, and
Yeah, Ben Riley. We got Ben Riley out of that.
and,
Then a lot of
uh,
people got mad because in the original Clone Conspiracy, which is one of these earlier issues, I think it's the 170s or something like that, or earlier than that.
yeah,
He the clone supposedly dies. He takes the clone and throws him
yeah,
down
the
a
smokestack.
smokestack, and then
Yeah.
a lot of people were trying to say, well, he wasn't really dead, and he was the original Spider-Man that threw, and it was really Ben
Well, yeah,
Riley.
that's what they were trying to pull the wool over people's eyes,
Yeah,
and then people that totally when it told everybody was like, no, that's not true, and they're like, oh, we're sorry.
there was the editor and who was in that? Who was in charge of that? Who was
Was that
writing
Tom?
those issues?
Was that Tom DeFalco? That
Tom
wasn't Tom.
DeFalco and all that. No, is it Tom
I,
DeFalco? Man, I forgot already, but it was one of those guys and all that.
yeah,
I think there was a lot of conflict between the editor and the writers and all that, and
yeah,
then the editor
things
kept telling them
things
keep
got
making
way out
more.
of. Yeah, we
They're
should
trying
do
to
a
make money.
hey, hey, uh, we should do a series on that. So,
You want to do a series on the Clone Saga?
but well, I
I
mean,
would do it.
I don't know
I would do it.
if you would be interested in doing that. I mean,
I would be interested in doing that. I would
yeah,
do the original Clone Saga first,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then we can like do parts of the Clone Saga because that's a pretty big
yes.
Clone Saga. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it would take forever to do. Yeah. Uh,
But I would do it, man. We have a lot. We have a lot of show. You know what I mean? We have plenty of shows in the future
we
we
got.
can do.
Hey, you know what? Hey, we got a lot of show. We got room to grow. There you
We
go.
got room. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Clone Saga. Yeah, I don't mind because
Yeah,
like I said,
yeah,
I want to reread most of my Spider-Man stuff. I'm trying to reread them all.
yeah.
I kind of stopped at the early 200s because I started doing the live streams and all that, show with you. So I started doing a lot, but I want to get back into my Spider-Man reading when I get a chance. So that'd be a great opportunity to read my books. You know what I'm saying?
That's yeah. Maybe further down the line. Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, yeah. We'll do like we don't have to like break down every issue to issue, but
No.
we like we'll talk about in general and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and parts of the Clone Saga. Yeah, that's a good idea, man. Good idea, man.
My, this is what I do. Yeah.
Well, it's what we do, right? So yeah, the Jackal, big
The
enemy.
jackal.
We're gonna cover him some more in the future. So tune in for that in the future. You know what I mean? Um, and in the list, this next one, part of the Amazing Spider-Man 194.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
But she was a villain first, so she was
Yes.
an actual villain first, so they consider her
Sure.
a villain.
There
So
you go.
there you go. Mark Wolfman, Keith Pollard, a part of that little creation, and
Hello.
she becomes
Hello.
a thorn.
A little kitty cat. Whoa.
But yeah, we're talking about the Black Cat, Felicia Hardy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I grew up, like I said, with the cartoon show. I grew up with the Black Cat too. I've had some of those Web of Spider-Man issues with her in it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, so I love Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat, and I actually knew about her before Catwoman, the other one from DC. So
Wow.
which
Oh.
well,
Okay.
she's the original. Catwoman is the original one, but the
That's true.
Black Cat, which very fun character and all that. She gives Spider-Man a really hard time at that time. You know what I mean? Like yeah. This before she starts liking him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Uh
he, I don't know. I think he just had a hard time going against a pretty lady like that. So yeah,
yeah, cause she just throw the one-liners and all that,
yeah,
and all the sexy one-liners that she throw at
yeah.
him.
He didn't know how
And
to
he don't know
handle.
how he know how to handle. He didn't want to hit a girl. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's true.
You don't hit
That's true.
girls, so
Yeah,
he had a lot. He struggled a lot, and that's why she was able to kind of defeat him a little bit in the beginning there. You know what I mean?
sure. Yeah.
Uh, you know, her dad was a master cat burglar. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Uh, so she got her name. She got her name pretty much from her dad.
Yeah.
You know, so that pretty much that's what happened there. What else? What else can I say about? She had a grappling hook that helps her move around. You know
Grappling
what I
hook.
mean?
She's pretty. She's fairly agile. You know. Yeah. Mhm.
Very agile. You know what I'm saying? Did she even have? Because in the cartoon she had a serum. Did she ever had a serum early on, or that was later? That was retcon
I
or
think
something like
that's
that.
later. That's later. Yeah.
Yeah. So she didn't really have like
She was just an
strength like that.
average.
Yeah.
She was like a gymnastic type of person, but not enhanced.
Not enhanced. So a little bit later, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So she ends up, they in the 80s end up, love interest with Spider-Man and all that, and woohoo, and but she didn't
She's
love
awesome.
Peter Parker. She loved Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was crazy. When that when I saw that, I was like, what? She don't love you,
He took
but
the
she likes you
mask
with the
off. It's like, put it back on, put it back on. I just love Spider-Man.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
kinky, huh?
yeah,
So yeah, so we probably talk a little more about her stories and all that. Do you have a favorite story of the Black Cat? I know, like, the villain part of it is a little bit like
yeah, yeah.
not a lot of it. You know what I mean?
I um I don't know. I always like uh the Roger Stern. Remember Roger Stern was writing main Spider-Man,
Of
and
course, of
and
course.
Black
Great run.
Black, Black Cat broke out of psychiatric hospital or something because she ended up there because she was all she could think about was Spider-Man or something like that. She broke out, and then she went to go find Spider-Man, and she's like, I wanna give up my criminal ways, and it was like a two-part story, and Spider-Man was uh, trying to talk to the police and stuff, and at the end something happened, and she fell in the water, and she supposedly drowned or something like that. And he had the papers at the end that would have freed that she wouldn't have been her criminal past would have been over. he had the paperwork or something like that. So yeah.
62 station. We are always breaking out of the asylum.
Yes, there's a lot of asylum breaking out. Yes.
John, stop. Station. Yeah. So yeah. I don't think I have. Mostly my favorite stories is her love interest with him and all that, and that we just discussed it. But he reveals his identity. And she's like, nah, put it on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah,
it doesn't last very long. Spider-Man doesn't want her to do crime anymore, and
yeah.
he can't change her. That's who she is, and
That's true.
that's why that ended up not working out. So
Yeah.
what are we
And
gonna
then
do, right?
and then
So
and then Mary Jane came back. So there you
and
go.
then Mary Jane came back. He ended up getting married, and then
Yeah.
she didn't really know it till she was in a fight, I think,
Yeah.
with Venom or something, and
You
that's how
freaked
she
out.
found out. Yeah. You know, what I mean, oh, what a way to find out, right? But
Yeah.
but you didn't care about Peter Parker, and now you care. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so oh man. Oh, all right, man. Up to the next villain. Next, we got a few left here. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Which
okay.
I'm going mostly through the major villains. I mean, maybe one day we'll do a third show and do more of the villains along the
Yeah.
way. The B and C type villains. You know what I mean? If
Uh-oh.
that's okay with
Okay.
you. You know what I mean? Does that sound
Yeah.
good?
And then I got to do my list. I got my list here.
Then you gotta do your list. We still have a little time. We still have a little time. The next villain up came from Amazing Spider-Man 212.
Oh, this guy.
This guy, like
Man, this, this,
a
this
four.
guy's all wet. He's all wet.
He's all wet. He's a wet guy. So he's a crewman who had an
He's a name.
accident with
He's on a ship.
fight
Yeah.
between Spider-Man and Aquaman. I know, and Aquaman. Look at me,
Whoa.
Namor. You know what
Okay.
I mean?
Okay, man.
Aquaman wishes he was as cool as Namor, right?
Oh no, worlds are colliding. Oh no.
Worlds are colliding. So Spider-Man has a fight with Namor and all that, and there's an accident, and then what was that whole story? And he ends up like
Something about, huh?
how was his origin story? How did it really happen?
Oh, well, wish it was after Submariner left, and then, but this guy got knocked over the ship, and there was some
Oh,
kind of like device or something under the ship, and he got exposed to something, and he went through uh, something underwater, and then you think, oh no, this guy might be dead, but he's alive. He's alive, and then he goes to to the bar, and it looks like he's all wet,
oh boy.
and comes to find out that he now has power over water. His whole body is like water. So, yeah,
All right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
uh I have the comic and all that. I'm like a few issues behind that one to read that. I've never actually read those particular
Oh yeah,
comics.
I didn't mean to
I
give anything away, right?
No, that's good. It's good because I've heard about it a lot of times. Here in Spider-Man podcasts and all that. So don't worry about it. I think I might have read it. I think I had a copy when I was a kid. I don't remember. I think I had
Yeah,
a copy of that. Because out of the earlier stuff, I didn't have a whole lot, but I think
yeah,
those were one of them with the Hydro Man. Because
yeah,
I don't think it was very, very popular um, at that time when I was a kid.
yeah,
But
yeah.
when he was in the cartoon, there was
Oh
some
yeah,
creepy cartoons, but they were
yeah,
done very well. They did a very good
yeah,
job on
yeah. They did. Yeah,
Morris Bench, which his name is Morris
yeah,
Bench. He's a uh, Dennis O'Neil, rest in peace, creation
yeah.
with John Romita Jr. So
That's true.
the son.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like another version of the Sandman, but with water. You know what I mean? But he's a very dangerous,
He
like
can be. Yeah.
you know what I mean? In reality,
Really.
how are you gonna stop Hydro Man? He can go anywhere. As in water. So
Hey,
uh,
hey, better get out the slip and slides because it's gonna be a long day.
yeah. There was also there was also a storyline later in a future issue where he combines with Sandman, and they make a big monster or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. It was like Hydro Man's like second appearance. He got into a big dispute over a woman with Sandman,
Well,
and they got into a fight. Well, sand and water, and then there you go. There was like a big sand water monster. Oh, yeah,
yeah. What can we do, right? A lot of silliness with that character, but
yeah.
great character. Do you have?
I
I
like,
always ask, do you have a favorite storyline with him? And I don't have
I,
one, but
you know, I like his first appearance a lot. I like it a lot.
yeah, he's good,
So,
good villain. Great in the
yeah,
cartoon, like I said. Um,
yeah,
after this guy, the next guy is pretty big in the Roger Stern era. You know what I mean? Um, Roger Stern and John Romita Jr. A lot of controversy with this guy. This might be the last villain we talk about. The next two, we're gonna leave that for the third part three.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I know where you're
And
going.
I think you know which one I'm going with the next two. The next two is like my villains, like
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, has to do with Todd McFarlane. You know what I mean? Some guy named Todd McFarlane. but but this villain, Amazing Spider-Man 238, a lot of controversy with this villain. Who's the
Yeah,
real? Who's the real? A lot of people say the copycat of the
copycat.
Green villain,
Yeah,
but I still dug this villain as a kid. A lot of awesome issues, especially in the Web of Spider-Man and all that. He
yeah,
had a lot of great stories. But here in the Roger Stern run, you know what I mean?
yeah.
You know him, I know him. And who are we talking about?
We're talking about the Hobgoblin.
The Hobgoblin, which a lot of people growing up at that time, they probably preferred more the Hobgoblin than the Green Goblin because the original Green Goblin was dead at the time. He died at age 122, allegedly.
Yeah,
But yeah. So before he came back, I guess they needed to come up with something with a similar type villain or something like that. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So they came up with the Hobgoblin. The same glider. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
a different suit. Hobgoblin type suit. You know what I mean? And a
Yeah.
different color. You know, um, like
He's
a
awesome.
yellowish type color. You like the Hobgoblin.
I do. I really do. Because I mean, when that came out, I was like I don't know 11, 12 years old or something like that, and I was like, what? A new Goblin? I was all over it. Yeah,
The Goblin with the pumpkin bomb and all that. I remember that as a kid. I enjoy. I didn't have all the original issues, but I started getting like I said, with a Spider-Man that cover. He's
yeah,
on the cover like that. It's great cover.
yeah,
Roderick Kingsley ended up being him, but
yeah.
originally there was this whole thing that it was somebody else.
It was a whole like, who is he? You never knew. Maybe it's this person. I don't know.
Yeah, because originally wasn't it supposed to be a certain reporter from the Bugle, you know what I mean? That his
Yeah,
Ned
supposedly.
Leeds, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe, yeah.
Oh my God,
It,
it's Ned Leeds. Ned
and
Leeds is
then
the bad guy, yeah.
they tried to do like at one point they tried to do a fake out and say, "Oh, maybe it's Flash Thompson." Oh, but
Maybe
yeah,
it's Flash, but no. Like eventually, I think there was a lot of at that time, even before the Clone Saga, there was a thing between Roger Stern and the editorial guy on
yes,
who supposed to be the Hobgoblin and all that.
yeah, because
So
I don't think they didn't know who it was for the longest time. They were still developing the storyline. So, yeah.
yeah, so I love the Hobgoblin. Like as a kid, I kind
Yeah.
of liked the Hobgoblin a little more than the Green Goblin as a kid, and then eventually when I started reading Green Goblin stuff,
Yeah.
I started liking the Green Goblin a little more, especially with Harry Osborn being the Green Goblin.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? At that time, eventually those storylines. So yeah, these are all storylines from the Amazing Spider-Man that we can revisit. The Hobgoblins stuff and all that, I would love to revisit that too. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to do a show on that one too. So
Oh definitely.
that's why I love doing these villain
I'm all,
shows. You up
you're
for it?
that that's like my wheelhouse. I'm right there. I'm
There
at
you
your
go.
door. I'm at your doorstep. Are you okay? Come on.
John Stout says he loves the Hobgoblin costume. Yeah,
You go.
That's blasphemy.
What?
Oh
It's
yeah, I
something.
love the Hobgoblin. Yeah, so yeah, yeah. We might have to do the little Hobgoblin, which would motivate me to really go back on my Spider-Man reading because I'm almost there. I'm almost there. You know what I mean? So
Cool.
awesome. So we'll do that too. So we got a
Yeah.
lot on our plate now. We gotta start writing these down. you
What?
know,
You know what? We've always had a lot on our plate, but now things are becoming just a bit more clearer.
more clear. Hobgoblin, you heard it here. We're gonna do a show just on the Hobgoblin and that
Yep.
storyline and all that. Love me some Hobgoblin as a kid, so love it. The next villain we'll do in the next show, which everybody knows, he starts as a villain first, becomes
Yeah.
an anti-hero, very
Right.
famous, a
Yeah.
certain famous milestone issue. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? From ASM 300, but I'll leave it there. Everybody knows what
Yep.
I'm talking about.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then another villain, which ends up being one of my all-time favorite villains too. After that, for ASM 361, we're covering that on the next show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we also got plenty of villains after that we can talk about. You know what I mean? That we haven't talked about. More like the B-list villains. That's why I have the villains we were talking about. All A-list, consider all A-list villains. So
Oh,
keep
there you
on
go.
keeping on. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Um, on the villains. I love doing these kind of shows with you. I don't have
Yeah.
a top list, but the next time we do this, I'll have me a new top list. But
I got.
man, Sam came through in the clutch,
I did.
gave us a top list. So I'm gonna give you the floor, and I'm gonna
Okay.
be on the side.
Okay. Hey, guess what, people? This is part two of like my top Spider-Man villains. So I will give you the top. My top. These are the. Oh, what's going on, Herm? Okay,
I
there.
actually, I actually got kicked out right when I
Oh,
said.
okay.
There you go.
Okay. This is part two of my top five. Okay, here
Part
we go.
5.
You got that? Okay.
Yeah.
Scorpion. There's number one. At the
Scorpion.
part two. And number
Part
one. Sandman.
the Sandman. All right.
Sandman. Sandman. We just talked about that guy a while back.
A
Sandman.
while back. Yeah.
Then at number three, the Beetle. How about that? The Beetle? Huh?
Oh,
You,
the Beetle.
you like you like the Beetle? Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. What are you gonna do, man?
'Cause I didn't like the old style Beetle with the suction cup fingers. I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
Okay.
But back in the early '80s, he came back and he got a new suit and he was looking styling and profiling with that villain style, you know. So he's cool. Number four, we just talked about him. He's all wet. Hydro Man. There we go.
You know what?
He's all wet. You know, he's a wet dude.
a wet dude.
Yeah, he's always wet. Dry off, dude. Okay. Hey, number 5 is a guy. Okay, he used to go by a different name, and then Amazing Spider-Man 222 showed up, and he decides he's gonna go by an all new name, and he got himself an all new outfit. I'm talking about the Speed Demon. Huh?
Oh boy. Oh
That
boy.
guy, that guy's fast, man. Yeah. So
So
I like. What do you think about the Speed Demon
it's not bad.
over there?
Not
Not
bad.
bad. Not bad. Okay.
I like him.
Now I've
He's
also now
he's
I
better
got
than.
some honorable. Huh?
Go ahead. Honorable mentions. Go ahead.
I got some honorable mentions here. Wait, Hobgoblin. I know. Hobgoblin. I know. People wanted Hobgoblin up further up. I know. And then I got Puma.
What's up?
Remember Puma?
What? Yes,
Remember
Puma.
Puma?
Yeah, Puma. Yeah.
Remember that? Remember those sneakers? Puma
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah. For the villain. Yeah.
I
Come
used to
on,
have
man.
a pair. I used to have a pair of Pumas when I was a kid. Yeah. Uh, hey, you can't have a top 5 without a bottom 5. So guess what?
Boy. Oh
I
boy.
got you covered right here. Guess what? The Jackal.
Wow. He's
He's
bottom
number
5.
1. The Jackal's in there. Okay. Yeah. Jackal's horrible. I mean, we're gonna talk about in the future. We're gonna talk about the Clone Saga. I don't have anything great to say about the Jackal. I'm sorry. He's just lame. Okay. Uh, hey, number 2, the Rose. Come on, man. The Rose.
The
The,
Rose.
the, he's got a mask on. He's got glasses on. He's got a little rose in his pocket. He's
Kingpin's
a
son.
he was yes Kingpin's son eventually. Yes, yes.
You like any of those storylines with him?
I didn't. I like Hobgoblin better than.
Oh, yeah, Hobgoblin.
Sorry, I don't
Yeah.
like. I don't the Rose. I don't know.
Eh.
Uh, are, are you ready for this?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
At number 3, people are gonna. People. There might be a few people in the chat might get a little upset at this.
Uh oh. Uh
I'm
oh.
I'm ready for the hate though. Female Doctor Octopus. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what it is.
It's an ongoing thing. I'm sorry. It's an ongoing thing. I I like Otto Octavius Octopus. I don't like. I know it's. I'm bad. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
Hey, number 4. Hey, this guy is a former wrestler.
Uh oh.
This guy, uh, he gets hired. He gets hired by the Jackal. I believe it was, and he puts on a bear suit. Uh, the Grizzly
The
is
Grizzly.
in my bottom 5. Okay,
Wow.
because he's just a dude in a bear suit. Come on, what is happening?
Come
Okay, and rounding it out, this guy was, I believe, this guy was like a clone of Miles Warren. I'm talking about Carry-On.
Oh
Remember
boy.
Carry-On?
Yeah, he was.
He's
He was
like
old.
he's
80s, early.
like a pale looking dude, and he kind of floated around, and he had like a thing he could like touch you, and you would start to decay or age or something. I don't know. And
He's a
he
clone of
liked
the.
it. What?
Spectacular Man 25.
Yes. Yes.
Clone of the
Yes.
Jackal.
Look at that. You're doing your homework. Whoa.
Yeah, for that because it's part of my childhood. You know what I'm saying? So, took me
Hey,
a
this is
minute.
what we do here. Hey, guess what? That's it, folks.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. So, did you like my list?
Yeah. I mean, I like your list. I mean, there was no. Why didn't you put the Gibbon in there? You know, what I mean, he should have been in your top. He should have been maybe one or two. I mean, Reggie collects, man. He's not gonna be happy with you, man.
I know. And
Um,
no man wolf. I know.
you mean you didn't like the hippo? You know, hippo. You didn't like that?
The
You know,
who?
hippo.
What are you talking about? Hungry hippo? What are we talking about here?
The Dark Rain Time, the Sinister Spider-Man, hippo. Um,
I don't know.
one of the ones I liked is the Doppelganger. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the
He's
Spider-Man, the Spidey doppelganger?
yeah,
Doppelganger? Yeah.
Infinity War. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's one of my favorite.
I remember when that guy when that dude showed up, I was like, that is one scary looking dude.
I know you mentioned the Speed Demon. I think he was in one of the Spider-Man. I think Nick Spider-Man. Then
And then he was in the Superior Foes of Spider-Man.
yeah, Superior Foe. So yeah, Nick Spencer likes those kind of villains, and he does a good job with them. You know what I mean?
Guess what? Despite some of the storylines and stuff, I like Nick Spencer. I like what he does.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say he's an awful writer. He's not an awful writer. I mean,
No.
it's just some of his ideas on this thing is taking too long, and they landed right for people.
He's got interesting ideas, you know.
Does he just hasn't landed them good?
Yeah.
But yeah, but you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? There's plenty. I mean, you didn't have the Swarm in there. Where's the Swarm? Where the hell is the Swarm? You know
what? Well, who says that he's going to be in the bottom five?
Well, he should have been in the top. I mean,
the
Swarm. Come on.
The Swarm. Yeah.
Yeah. The villains and all that we can get in the future in part 3. Because I looked through the Spider-Man villains, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of them. So we can put a part 3 and a part 4. Part 4 won't be as good as the first two because the villains are not as good. But I like talking about the villains. So,
well, now wait a minute. Are you trying to say Venom is not good?
No, I didn't. Well, you're not supposed to say his name. That's supposed to be a surprise for the next one. You know, the next.
Okay, a venomous dude.
But I'll talk about part 4. You know what I'm saying? Part 3 would have him and the other guy. You know what I mean? And
part 4, you're blowing my mind, man.
There's some villains we could add for the part 4. You know what I mean? Like I said, we have so much fun talking about these villains that part 3 there's gonna be part 4. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I just hope people enjoy it. Us talking about the villains, watching a rewind and all that. If you guys enjoyed it, on the comment below. Because last show we had no comments in that episode. You know what I mean? I was like, comments, of course.
Hit that thumbs up, people. Hit that thumbs up.
That thumbs up. Yeah, might as well talk about that now. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding that bell for notification for future videos to get awesome content like this. Me and Sam and his channel. You know what I'm saying? Of course. Oh, hi, Mom. I gotta say hi, Mom, real quick. Of course, real quick. But we were saying towards the end of the month, we're gonna do Civil War. We're gonna cover Civil War. You know what I'm saying? So I need you guys to vote. Leave the comment here. Hashtag who you want. I'm gonna see which thumbnail use for that show. Is it Sam Starks? You know what I'm saying? Do we want Sam Starks? Whose side are you choosing? Sam Starks or Sam Rogers?
Oh my goodness.
Whose side do you guys want? Which thumbnail will I be using for the schedule the show? You know what I'm saying? I think, Civil War. Can't wait to go through the Civil War. We probably cover the movie eventually. You know what I'm saying? And love me, can't wait. I've I don't think I've read Civil War in full. Like just like
What?
pieces of it. I read all the Spider-Man stuff, so
It's a must read.
it's a must read.
And you want
My
to know?
read the whole thing before even I read it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I
I
want to add something. I
go ahead.
got uh I got Primetime Tom. I don't know if he's still in the chat. Yesterday, I got Primetime Tom to buy the Civil War. There you go.
Ooh,
So,
yeah. Sam Rogers
oh,
hashtag Sam
but now wait a
Rogers.
minute. You got a comment. You can't.
You
You got
got
to put it
Sam
in
Rogers. Yeah, man, guys, do us a favorite comment in the
at
in the. Not, I appreciate the comments on the chats, but in the video, you know, on the rewind or something, I think
yeah.
you be able to press the button and actually make a comment as a
Oh wow,
the
I didn't know that.
thing. Give us some comments, give us some love. Let us know that Sam Rogers in the comments. You know what I mean?
Uh oh.
Um, as you watch it on the rewind, you don't have to watch the whole show. You just go in there, make a comment. You know what I mean? A lot of fun. Hope most of the people go in there. So far, Sam Rogers is winning. You know what I mean? Any Sam Starks? Anybody? Anybody? Sam Starks? And
What the
speaking,
heck?
you know what I'm saying,
Okay,
real
go
quick.
ahead.
You know what I mean? I gotta redo this thumbnail because our guy Tom, he added to the pop to Tom. I didn't forget. I didn't
He
forget.
did. He did.
Um, but hashtag Sam21K giveaway. You know, um, like I said, do a new thumbnail for it. But you know,
Yeah.
uh, the Disney show, uh, Fargate is giving away two Marvel Masterworks Marvel Team Up #3, #4. Um, get a T-shirt, and then I give away two homage. Comic Crazy is giving away two homage covers to the Amazing Spider-Man 700. You know, ESM 300, ESM 400 are the homage covers, and then Tom said he was giving something a slab. Do you remember what slab that was? He told me about it. I gotta write it down. Make
Uh,
sure.
yeah. It's Amazing Spider-Man 378, which is part 3 of Maximum Carnage.
Nice. I love Maximum Carnage. Another series I wanna do a show.
Now, and
Maximum.
also here a couple days ago, somebody got a hold of me named Jack Yo. He wanted to know if he can contribute like something like a book or something into this giveaway. So,
Yeah, yeah. If
so,
people want the pot, let them.
so I
Let them.
gotta, I gotta get you connected to Jack Yo somehow. So,
All right. Because obviously we all live in different parts of the state, so it'd be harder to get
yes,
something close.
everything. Yeah,
Whoever wins, they will have to like make sure it'd be okay to have
yeah.
these people send them their stuff. I don't know. I'll figure something out. You know, I mean, we still got time to figure something out. You know, so
Hey, we ain't got nothing but time. Let me tell
got
you.
that but time. So yes, get Sam to the 1K. You know what
We'll
I
get
mean?
there.
I have a giveaway for uh Big Herm. Get Big Herm to 500 giveaway.
Yeah,
Um,
look at
my man
nice.
Fark giving away an epic. You know what I'm saying? Volume 6, uh, Death. You know what I mean? I mean
And
everybody.
you know, I'm gonna have some books as we get closer to 1,000, and I believe I'm gonna have some pretty cool books. People are going to want to check that out when I reveal these books. So,
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
That's awesome. So yeah, man, guys, you know, help us out, share.
yeah,
Uh, uh, let's have Sam to get this man to 1K and all that, and you know, course, doing some plugging. I do have my haul. Like eventually, I don't have it yet. Hopefully, I won't. I don't think I'll have it tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Friday. Hopefully, things work out and I can go get my
Yeah,
haul. But we'll see. That'll probably be my next show if it happens.
okay.
I don't know if I'm having a Sunday show. Like, still want to see what happens with the
Yeah,
family outing and everything. You know what I mean? And like that. So,
cool.
who knows, next time you see me is on Monday when I have my original show with Fargate, the thumbnail. So I'll just use a thumbnail for the one we use with Omar, the Amazing Collective. We're having a regular show on Monday.
Yeah.
Uh, I think this one I think is 6:30 p.m. Eastern. You know what I'm saying? So, I hope everybody join us there. We should have a whole lot of fun doing that show.
Nice.
Uh, anything else? Anything else? I think I got everything earlier and all that. Next
You
week.
know,
Oh,
I got some stuff coming up on my channel.
oh yeah. What do you have going on in your channel, Sam?
Well, I got uh, I've been waiting for a nice cooler day, and it looks like that's going to be tomorrow. So I will be doing a little nature walk video, live stream real quick. You know, probably 10, 20 minutes or so. And then Friday is my ever loving show. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, man. I might not be able to make that show. If I do, I'll probably make a little cameo. You know what I mean? In there. You know? So you know what I'm saying? I always try to make a show, though. I always try to make a show. Just, you know,
hey, hey, hey! Last Friday's show was awesome. I gotta say, man.
that was an awesome show, man. Great to watch and all that. What else? What else? Next week. Next week. Talk about what we're going next week. Sam
Uh
and we. News next week, August 11th, 6 p.m. Eastern. Nick Spencer run continues. What are we gonna discuss?
We're gonna be talking about the chameleon conspiracy.
There you go, the Chameleon Conspiracy. We're doing 5 issues. 4 of them are amazing. One of them is the giant size. I can't wait to go through issues with you, Sam, because like I said, some of it was like, you know what I mean. So I want to see your thoughts about this
Yeah,
series
yeah.
before the Sinister War, which the Sinister War is down in the home stretch for the next round, which finishes at issue 74. So
Yeah. Yeah.
can't wait for everything. Everybody, of course, we're the bridge to the tomorrow show. You know, that's next up on Whiplash Wednesday. He closes out the night. You know what I mean? 90s and all that. Amazing guest. Can't wait to check that out. Check that out, guys. After this show, we're ending pretty soon. We still got a while to go get something to eat and all that. Get
Yeah.
ready for the amazing show that I'm gonna do. And I also always like to plug my man, Missing Link. You know what I'm saying? You don't know when he's gonna appear. Tomorrow, today, he's always missing. Where is he? The modern day. Where's Waldo?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, man, Missing Link. He's big part of the Bad Batch. You know what I'm saying? So uh, he has. And if I have a show on Sunday, it'll probably be a Let's Talk About It edition, the chat acting edition.
Oh,
Big
cool.
Herm talks to the if I show on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, man. Yeah.
That's it.
So everybody, thanks for coming on. I hope you enjoy the show. I hope anybody watches on the rewind, comment below. You guys in the chat, if you can, comment on on video, officially video, and let us
Yeah.
know. Hashtag Hashtag, where is he? Where is he? Not that one. Hashtag Sam Stark
Dark.
or hashtag Sam Rogers. So let us know. That's gonna be a show towards the end of the month.
Yeah.
Like always, guys, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Derek on here with us. Tom, you're all guys.
Yeah,
Another
they're
fun
awesome.
with my man Sam here. We always enjoy each other. Just talking comics, talking
Yeah.
you know, guy for Marvel. So why not talk a lot of Spidey? You know what I'm saying? So also yeah, thanks I hope you had a fun time too. Oh man, this is just
Oh,
fun, man. Talking, two guys talking. You know what I mean? It's just
it's always fun being on the show. Yeah.
guys, love y'all. See you next week. See you next time. Check out the Tomorrow Show. Until next time, Asian and peace out.